Hi everybody, I'm coming to you today from Meacham Lake Public Campground and Day Use Area. It's part of the Department of Environmental Conservation Campgrounds. Good morning everybody. It is 7:15 a.m. on day 2. Starting out a little bit cloudy, but the sun is starting to break through. This is the calmest I've seen the lake since I got here. And we got coffee on. Let's go get it. Today we're going to do the campsite tour here at Meacham Lake. Okay. The fire went pretty well last night. Didn't use too much wood. And I was very comfortable in the cabin tent. I haven't tidied up yet. Okay. I'll see you after coffee. It's almost ready. Anticipation of that first cup of coffee. I can't wait. I want every drop. Okay, the check-in booth is right there. The main office is right there. The recycle center and the dump station are right there. We'll check those out later as we're on our way to site number 1. Hey, this is site number 1. It's an ADA compliant site. It's one of the little postage stamp ones. Real nice. Water supply right on site. Barbecue pit for cooking, much safer. ADA compliant table and fire pit. Very nice. It's right up here near the front. Easy access. Nice site. Okay, this one here is site number 2, right next to the ADA compliant site next door. Number 1. I don't see a sign on this one, but we're site number 2. Sit back, enjoy the site tour. We're going to scan each campground briefly. All right, next section is 74 to 97. This is my section. There's a water spigot right there, tucked back in a corner, nice and flat. We find site number 75. Get a good sized trailer back in here. There is a stream running behind this one. Very nice. It's an ADA compliant site. And if you come all the way back here, you could sit by the creek and drink a cold one. Hell, I bet you can keep your beer cold in that creek. It's probably really cool. It reminds me of my childhood. I grew up on a creek just like this. Very nice. I think we're going to nominate this one for a gold star. It's got mossy ground. It's flat. It's private. And it's got its own creek. I like that. Let's put a gold star here on 75. It deserves it. And we have a family site right in front of us now. This is site number F81. Now this is meant to hold 2 RVs or 4 tents, I believe it is. Quite a few people. Basically, it's 2 campgrounds. You pay double and you can camp together. And they give you a nice flat surface to pull the RVs in. I guess that's the way you're going to do it. Down on the end is site number 92. Haven't been able to get it because there was a couple camping there. So, now I have a quick chance. Let's grab it. Site number 92. Probably the gold star of the gold star sites. Yeah, I would say so. Quite beautiful. Lovely tree. Look at that tree. Yeah, what a great site. Of course, you got lake access. Definitely get a big old RV in here. Nice and easy. Come around the curve, bring it right in. Right next to site 93, which we already looked at. And right next to my site 94. I would call all 3 of these triple gold stars. There's not all the lakefront sites are as nice, so I will give these 3 stars. And the other gold stars I'll give them 2. Because they are on the lake after all. Site number 93. Now these are all on the lake. They're beautiful. That's Meacham Lake. ADA table and fire pit. And access to the lake. So I'm going to give this whole next strip of campsites a general gold star just for being on the lake. But these could be difficult to get, so they don't get my full approval. Alright, site number 94. This is my site. So let's give you a quick look. Again, this is going to be one of the gold star sites on the lake. I've got my new tent set up and pop up. New setup for a new season. And of course we have access down to the lake right here. Isn't this something? Absolutely beautiful spot. Well, that is site number 94. You get your best look at this one. Okay, it is 10:42 on day 2. I'm halfway through my campsite tour. I got up to site number 94 where I'm sitting. I'm taking a little break. Having a cup of coffee to relax. We'll be back on the site tour soon. Just figured I'd give the vlog a quick check-in. So far I've done almost 100 sites. I've got another 100 and change to go, so about halfway through. All right, I'll check in soon. Next section, 106 to 143. 112 is a very pretty site. It's flat, lots of woods. You're up on a bit of a hill. I like it a lot. I think we'll nominate this for a gold star. It's not on the lake, but it is a beautiful, beautiful site. Site number 112. If you're enjoying the site tour and you appreciate this kind of content, give us a big like. Leave a comment below, share with your friends, and don't forget, please subscribe. Sites 120 to 126. Site number 123 is under restoration. So no go, no rent, let it recover. Camping sites 129 to 131 this way. 165 is occupied on the lake. Nice tent. Beautiful setup. 165. Site 166 occupied. Another beautiful lakefront. Nice rig. Like the lanterns. Okay, site number 168 is lakefront. Beautiful site indeed. Great view. Nice block from the wind too. Very good site. Got some beautiful boulders on the side at site 173. I'm going to call this one of the best sites in this section. So far it doesn't beat my site, 94, but it's a really good one. You can get a large RV in here, parked parallel. You got nice access to the lake. And I love the old boulders all over the place. Fantastic. It's site 173. Okay, this is the boat launching area. Make sure you clean your boats. We don't want to spread invasive species around. Our camp is right over there. There's the boat launch. Again with the nice groove surface. Safety. Even a place to put in your kayak if you wanted to. There's a hand launch boat area on the other end by the day use area. We'll check that out later. The time is now 3 minutes to 11 on day 2. I just finished up the last campsite on this section of Meacham Lake Campground. There's another section a half a mile down the road from the main entrance over there where they've got remote sites and a few more regular campsites that are more geared towards tent camping versus RVs. So we're going to go check that out later. Okay, time to go back to camp and make some lunch. Remember guys, if you're going to come up to these beautiful places, if you carry it in, carry it out. That's a public service message. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. Help the channel to grow. I can help more people with these campground tours. Thanks for watching. We'll be back shortly. Okay, just checking in. It is 12 minutes after 12 noon. I've got a charcoal fire started. We're gonna make a couple of burgers on charcoal. I love them like that. So we managed to do 173 sites out of 230 or 240. We have to go over to the west section, West Meacham Lake, I guess they call it, where they have remote sites as well as sites that are more geared towards tent camping. So it'll be rougher. I think I'll be parking in a parking lot and having to walk in. It's not a place that you drive through, I think. We'll find out when we get there, though. After lunch, that's what we're doing. Just a quick check-in. It's afternoon on day 2, and we are making some lunch. A couple of cheeseburgers off the grill. Okay, we're going to enjoy our lunch, and then we'll move on to the next section of the day. We're going to go take a drive in the car. Okay, this is Meacham Lake West. It's about 1.5 miles away from the main campground, and there's some nice remote sites here. Sites that are designed more for tent camping, they tell me. Let's go take a look. Okay, this is site number 175. These are the remote sites at Meacham Lake West. You have to walk in. Quite nice. Picnic table right on the edge of the water. Real easy access with kayak. Yeah, the main campground's right over there. I'm camping right there. This is site number 175, 176, and 177. Okay, 177 is down this path. Pit privy's right there. Very nice. Protected from the wind. Weather. Looks like it gets a little muddy. Someone made a little boardwalk out of bark. Not a bad idea. And yeah, beautiful site. Look at this. Very nice. I could be quite comfortable here. In site 77? 177. I give this one a big thumbs up. How about you do the same for the channel if you enjoy this content? Leave us a comment below. Share this with your friends. And please subscribe. Okay, this is number 179. There's the pit privy and a quick pan of the site. The lake is all on the other side of those trees. 184. It looks like there's actually a platform on 184. That's very nice. And 185 is also a platform site. Outstanding. I like 185. Let's put a gold star on 185 for the platform. Okay, this is site number 186. Straight back there is the platform. I'll see if I can zoom that in for you. It's on the lake. Another beautiful site. 186. 219. It's under site renovation. Site restoration. Say that word so much now. A lot of these sites are under restoration. 221 is also site restoration. You know, a lot of these sites have been used constantly for almost 100 years, some longer. This is site 223, do not enter, site restoration. Okay, so we did 75 to 190 and 200 to 223. The rest of the sites in this area are remote hike-in sites. Let's go see what we can see of that. Okay, this is the access to site 194 and 195. I don't think I'm gonna be walking all of these trails to go check out every one of these remote sites. You watch your stuff walking this trail at night. All right, this is site number 194. Look at how nice. Platform site. Middle of the woods. Look at this. Nice stoop. All right. Beautiful view of the lake. Really nice camp. This is site number 194. Now, this is very typical of what you're going to see with these remote sites. As a matter of fact, 195 is right down this path. Always nice when there's lots of wood. This is site number 195. It's platform right there. Pit privy's over there. Site number 195. Right down the coast. If you follow down, there's one site after another. And there's nobody here. So from site 195, I'm going to call this quits and get back to the car. And let's get back to camp, start thinking about dinner, and the rest of the evening. So I think this should conclude the site tour. Often don't do this. That's what you get. Everything you need. This sign is for 196, 197, 198, 199. And way on the bottom, if you notice, motorized vehicles prohibited. So you gotta hoof it from here. Even if you're handicapped, this is the best you can do. You can park here. Okay, that concludes the site tour here from Meacham Lake West, as well as the DEC campground, Meacham Lake, where we're camping. This is an absolutely stunning place. A lot of the sites on the other side you can drive right to. Very nice. These are all walk-ins. And I mean, from here, any one of these sites wouldn't be a bad walk-in with camping gear. You'd be fine. There are water spigots to be had. And you have pit privies. Don't throw garbage into pit privies. It's a bad habit. Which lands on park property must obtain a day use ticket, huh? That's where we are, Meacham Lake. This is a hand boat launch. So if you got a rooftop boat, a kayak, canoe, rowboat. Now, this is what I've seen the whole time I've been here. I guess being a large lake and it's lined up with the prevailing winds, it's whitecaps, chop. Now in the evening and early in the morning, it's pretty calm. But right now I couldn't paddle this. It'd be very difficult. That'd be so beautiful spot though. Oh, let's see. It is 3:47 on day 2. I just completed the site tour and I'm on my way back to camp. And this is the hand boat launch. Okay, we're going back to camp. Start thinking about dinner. I'm not hungry yet, but I will be. Alrighty, time to start thinking dinner. At the moment, the time is 4:08. 4:08. Alright, that gives me about an hour. I might just lie down and take a nap. Let's go get one more look at this crazy lake. It's so windy, but this wind is making this feel beautiful. Once I get inland and start looking at some of the remote sites away from the lake, it's hot, humid, sticky. Down here, it's anything but. It's humid, but it's cool. There's wind. When I came back from the site tour, I was all sweated up, soaking wet. I got back here, I sat down, I was chilly. I had to get changed. So, thank you very much for working your way through the site tour. I know these do get long and tedious, but the information is invaluable, and if it helps you to pick a great site, that's a good thing, right? If you enjoy this, if you found it useful, please give us a thumbs up, comment below, share with your friends, and of course, please subscribe. Thank you for watching. J. Charles. We're out. It is 6:45 on day 2. Dinner's ready to serve. Well, let's get it on the table. Tongs. Okay, we've got some hot Italian sausages with some garlic flavored mashed potatoes. It's a good dinner. It's a camp favorite. I'm going to sit down and eat this while it's hot. I will come back in a little while for another report, probably in about an hour. We'll have a nice campfire going. Until then, bon appetit. Well,
The wind finally died down a little bit. Usually as the sun goes down in the west, the wind dies down. It's about 12 minutes after 8 o'clock on day 2. Just had a hearty supper of hot Italian sausages and mashed potatoes. It's delicious. And got the campfire going. Just kind of reminiscing about a long day. I did a lot of walking today. Probably did 4 or 5 hours walking. Covered a lot of territory. So well over 200 sites, including the dispersed sites or the remote sites that I did near the end. There's some beautiful places. This is a wonderful campground. If you want to get away and have a quiet, peaceful vacation for $20 a day, you can't go wrong. We're at Meacham Lake, New York State Department of Environmental Conservation Campground in Duane, New York, Franklin County. Now, I haven't turned on the lights yet, but the camera makes up for it pretty well. So you can see we got the fire roaring. Watch out for the guy lines. Alright, I got this baby going. It's warm. I can feel the heat already. I'm sitting pretty far back because it's throwing off a lot of heat. I've got a lot of wood to burn because I've come to the decision that due to some weather that's rolling in on Thursday, I'm going to pack up camp tomorrow. I'm not going to leave early. I'm going to take my time, pack up nice and neat, and have a nice drive home tomorrow. I will spend some time tomorrow exploring the day use areas here at Meacham Lake, and maybe we'll stop along the drive and see a few sites in the area. So I'm going to call it a night right now because I'm not going to do much more than what you're looking at the moment. You know, it's a little after 8 o'clock. I don't see myself staying up too late. I'm kind of tired. I'm going to let this fire burn for a couple hours and I'm going to sack out. So I'll touch base with you first thing in the morning. We'll be having coffee together next to the lake. I'm not in a hurry to leave here. I'm going to have breakfast and then I'm going to take my time breaking down the tents, packing up the truck, and then we'll go down to the day use area, maybe even make lunch and get on the road in the afternoon. I don't want to be going through New York City at rush hour, so it's better for me to leave at 2 or 3 o'clock. That gets me into the city around 8 or 9 o'clock, especially if I take a break. And it just works out much better that way. You don't want to go through New York City at rush hour. Trust me. Sometimes you make it, no problem. Other times you sit there for hours. So it's better just to wait, do something productive up here, and get home on the late side tomorrow. Okay? That's the game plan. So good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, please give us a big like, comment below, share with your friends, and of course, please subscribe. Good night, everybody. Until tomorrow. Bye-bye for now. See you on the next one.